Okay, family, friends. Hi, how you doing? Good, I hope. Well, last Friday was my birthday. I was born back in Laredo, Texas, as most of you know, on a Friday the 13th, 4:29 p.m. So, some time ago, I decided that I wanted to ride on Route 66 before I turned 67. And so I had made plans and waited until the last moment, the last day, to be able to do that. Just the circumstances, the way things are, and busy and all those things. But anyway, last Friday the 13th, I took off 6 o'clock in the morning. I had my passenger, Gwendolyn Allen, who's my producer, helper, photographer, with me. And we got up there to the area of Albuquerque. One fuel stop between here and Albuquerque. And then we made lunch. We had lunch at the 66 Diner in Albuquerque, which was kind of special. And from there, we rode to Madrid, New Mexico, or Madrid, New Mexico, regardless. I went to visit up there the area where the movie Wild Hogs was made. Some parts of it were made there. So we got to visit the little restaurant, the Mine Shaft, I believe it's called, with the red umbrellas and the red tables. And I walked over to Maggie's Diner, which is not a diner anymore. It's a gift shop. And that's where I got my 66 cap as a souvenir for the trip. We then rode back to El Paso. The ride in the morning was pretty cool. Literally 65 degrees or so, and very nice. We got to Albuquerque somewhere near around 80 degrees when we got up there. Also really nice. The ride to Madrid was also kind of like between the mountains and the valleys up there, and so it was cool. We rode up there, like I said, had a lemonade at the mine shaft place. Then I walked down to Maggie's Diner, which is a souvenir shop, bought the cap. Took a picture. There's a sign outside that says Wild Hogs, and I'll share pictures later on, put some pictures up. Then we got back on the bike. When we got there, we got there at to the diner almost 11:30. I want to say about 11:30ish, like right before noon. And we took off there 1 o'clock. Went up to Madrid, tooled around there, took some pictures, bought a souvenir, and headed back. So we started on the way back, made a fuel stop, and the weather was starting to turn warm. Somewhere around 90 degrees, 95 degrees leaving Albuquerque. We had some cloud cover. This side of Albuquerque, we had some cloud cover. So it wasn't too bad. I think the hottest it got was about 97 degrees. But with the breeze, from the riding, it made it tolerable. Although we did make a few stops, one fuel stop and a couple of stops, take a break, get some water, and then made it back home at 8:30 or so. So special thank you out to Marty and Joanna, Rose and Liz, who helped to take care of Alice, watch Alice all day. And a special hi to little Abby and Martin III, Martin Luther Wilson, our youngest. So they watched Alice. My daughter Steph went up there to Marty's place and was visiting with them and brought Alice back to her place, which is like half a mile from my house. So I didn't have to go all the way to the west side to go pick up Alice after this long ride. It was about 14 hours on the ride. Take like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours off for breaks and lunch. So all in all, about a 12-hour ride, and we did about 655 miles, which is not bad. Got home 8:30ish. Picked up Dallas. Came back home. Had something to eat, and then took a shower and went to sleep. Got some pretty nice rest. This is the second long ride that I've had. Last year around my birthday, I rode from El Paso to Fort Worth area, where my youngest is at, and then from there to Conroe, where Selena, my sister, is at, and then from there to Corpus Christi, where my other sister Brenda's at, and then down to Laredo to visit my tia Olga and some cousins up down there, Gloria, Martin, Marcus, their families and their kids. So hi to them. Hello. Hi, you guys. Hope you're doing all well. A special recognition for Martin, the left-handed pitcher. What a job. Great job you're doing. Glad to see that. And then from Laredo, I rode to San Antonio with my concuño Carlos Flores. I spent the day there and then headed back to El Paso. All in all, that would have been about 1,800 miles in about a week. On the way back, about 45 miles south of Fort Stockton, I felt the motorcycle dancing. The rear wheel was dancing a little bit. So I knew what that meant. I was getting a flat tire. So I pulled over. Sure enough, got a flat tire. I got one of those little compressors, but it wouldn't take any air. So there I am. I start calling the insurance company and had a signal. So they answered and they sent the wrecker over. This was Sunday. So Fort Stockton, almost nothing's open, and Fort Stockton doesn't have a motorcycle shop either. So I asked the wrecker driver if there was someplace I could store the motorcycle, and he said, yeah, there's a couple of storage places. So I started calling, made contact with somebody, got a storage unit, and wrecker service driver took me down there, and we stored the bike. It's like September 16th through 17th. And so I had it till the end of the month. I did go at the end of the month to go pick up the motorcycle with my van and my trailer and brought it back home. So kind of felt like I didn't finish that trip, although I did do about 1,700 miles or so in about a week's worth of time. This trip to Albuquerque up to Madrid and back about 700 miles, 655 miles, about 12 hours. There's one more ride that's in the bucket list, which is it's called in the bucket list is called the butt burner. There's another name for it, iron butt ride, and that one is 1,000 miles in one day, 24-hour period. The way I calculate it's about 16 hours on the wheel, 16 hours on the seat, and a couple of breaks. So it's going to make it about 20 hours with about 4 hours to spare. So I've looked at the map, and it's from El Paso up to Lubbock, Amarillo, back towards Albuquerque, and then back south to El Paso. It's on my list. Don't know if or when I'll do it, but it's one of those things, right, that's on the bucket list. And again, I'd not be able to do this without the help of my family, so which is gracias to them. Thank you all for your birthday wishes. I did get your text and Facebook page and everything, so thank you very much. I was on Route 66 at about 4:29 p.m. when I turned 67, so that was part of the dream. That was part of the wish come true. And so thank you so much for your concern, your support, and I covet your prayers for our family and for all of us. And with that, I'll leave you and we'll see you next time. By then, be blessed, not stressed. Amen.